It is week 6 of the Prep Sports Report tonight. A state championship wrestler and some boys semi-state wrestling.
Well, yeah, actually a state championship swimmer.
That's what I meant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always get those two confused. I'm sorry.
We've got a Panther team that is playing very well.
And it's not
We
my
won't
alma
say-
mater.
All right, we'll have that coming up next on the Prep Sports Report.
Program support comes from NIPSCO.
Honey, who is this guy?
Oh, that's Frank. Hey, Frank.
Honey, why is Frank in our bedroom?
He's showing us ways to save money. Plus, he'll even help us install LED bulbs and new shower heads.
Oh, well, he is leaving before I shower, though, right?
To schedule an energy assessment and learn more about energy usage, visit nipsco.com.
Frank, could you hand me a towel?
All right, we are ready for the Prep Sports Report right here on Lakeshore PBS. We'll start off with some boys semi-state wrestling. Didn't matter that the weather was bad on Friday night, or Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. They wrestled on into the evening over at East Chicago Central High School after a late start. Let's check out some of the action. We start at 106 with Giovanni Diaz of Wheeler with the victory over Colin Reagan of Frontier.
And Joe, we talked about this off the air about so many unbeaten or very impressive wrestlers. This kid from Wheeler has to fall in line with that. Pretty good kid.
Yeah, definitely, and he's headed to the state finals after a semi-state win. How about Lowell's Andres Marino? He's undefeated, headed to the state finals. 47-0 after a 10-4 win.
And let's face it, if you could go through Northwest Indiana unbeaten, you're pretty darn
You're
good.
pretty good.
Yeah,
That's right.
no doubt.
There's Brock Peel with the victory at 120. Colin Pointer at 126 from Portage as Portage controls some of those lower weight classes.
Well, Portage might be our best chance of winning a team state championship coming up over the weekend. They've had a very solid season.
They really dominated this semi-state.
Yeah.
9 qualifiers.
That's
Yep.
pretty good.
Mazzoni Bryant at Culver. Beating Jeremiah Brooks of Wawasee. Nice takedown here. The old single legger.
There you go. That's got to be a helpless feeling when somebody has you standing on just one leg in a
Is that-
wrestling match. And then you push the poor guy out. Oh, there's a 3-point stance. I love it.
You got to push
Did you
him
lose
into
a point for that?
push him into the cameraman. I think that's push him into the cameraman's 1 point, I believe.
Well, there you go. Exactly. Depends on if you like the cameraman.
Chris Rump of Portage at 138. He got the semi-state win 19-6 over Adam Davis.
And there's no doubt in my mind the Portage coach is your coach of the year in Northwest Indiana because he has so many great wrestlers, and they're all getting it done. They should be interesting come Saturday.
Noah Lamore over Donnell Washington. Diego Lemley's had quite the year at 160. And there's your team standings.
Portage 184 wins it, and Chesterton with a 139 places second. Both teams beating Penn.
As a matter of fact, let's give Chesterton credit because I believe they had 5 all-academic members, including that Davison kid who made me look good.
And Portage had
4.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's not bad at all.
That's outstanding. Here's some of the winners again. Andres Moreno undefeated for Lowell at 113. Brock Peel, Colin Pointer. We talked about Mazzoni Bryant. We saw a little bit of him. Zach Fator of Hobart undefeated. Chris Rump, I think, is 25-4 in the season at 138. Casper McIntosh. The big guys coming up are both undefeated for Chesterton. There you see Fator at 170. Lucas Davison undefeated. He's like 54 or 55-0. And Eli Corney, he's undefeated as well. I think Brandon Streck might have lost one match this season. But Portage in the middleweights there, and Chesterton in the heavier guys are going to be dominating, hopefully, and bring back some state titles coming up this weekend. So congratulations and good luck to our local wrestlers. Now some boys hoops action. Duneland Conference matchup, Crown Point at Valpo. Let's check out some of the highlights. Crown Point has had to adopt kind of a grinded out style. Well, that was an awesome move right there
Yep.
by Sam Decker in the post.
Look at the hole.
And how about this Nate Ertz? Isn't that an unknown guy that you mentioned?
Yeah,
2
he
weeks ago?
was one of our unknown players at the beginning of the year, and boy, he's become known now. I'll
Oh,
tell ya.
yeah.
Elias Gerardimas for Crown Point from downtown.
Charlie Healy will counter that for Valparaiso. He's going to fire a three-pointer, and just like Wayne Stetnoff when he played basketball, even though they didn't have a three-pointer back then.
That's for sure.
Sam Snodgrass, the runner on the baseline.
And let's talk about a kid that can really get it done. Might be a player of the year at Northwest Indiana. Brandon Newman, show us your game, sir. Not bad at all.
Was that the Euro step in the lane? Could have been.
Might have been.
Yep.
Deep three ball.
There's Ertz again.
Yeah, we were talking about Brandon and where he's going to play a point guard or off guard or both in college, and where is he going to go? And I think he visited Purdue for the Ohio State game last week. He was
Nice
offered
pass inside.
offered early by Butler this summer.
Right.
There you go. When they offer you early, you must have some game.
I think he went to the Indiana Northwestern game as well. So he's being wined and dined a lot his junior year. 49-38 for Valpo as they win over Crown Point. Let's check out Bowman and Griffith. We told you last week at least one group of Panthers was on a roll.
Let's move on. Can we just move on here?
There's the turnaround off the baseline.
Nice one. Nice shot.
And I love the way you guys leave this one for me, but that's okay. Chinedu Okanu with not one but two straight baskets here. Now that's from the outside. No, I'm sorry. He gets the offensive rebound. He puts it back up and in. And if he wants to have a highlight tape, he can get this one because he got the guy posted up.
Nice.
Turnaround jumper. Banked it in. Not bad, Chinedu.
What
Did he
year
call
is
the
he,
bank there?
Tommy?
He's a senior.
He
Senior.
is a senior.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a good-looking game.
Yeah, yeah.
O'Shawn Lee for three for the Panthers.
You can't teach height. And that
You know what
kid's
the
6'9".
Panthers are doing so well is you know, their coach is starting to substitute in mass a lot.
Braylon Gordon having
Yep.
himself a good year.
Oh, that might have been some
There's a-
steps, but it was a
yeah.
good show time anyway.
Yes, Langston
Stalling.
Starling, whose dad played for Roosevelt. You want to talk about a great student athlete? Langston Starling, right in that bracket.
There's the finger roll by Amari Sherrod.
George Gervin would be proud.
Yeah.
Nice pass
Nice
inside.
look. Nice
Yeah.
hang. Hang shot inside for two.
O'Shawn Lee.
Look at him, showing that he can go inside and out.
Here's Amari Sherrod, who had an ankle injury earlier this year. Obviously, that ankle's healed. He gets the basket there.
I don't know. He might have dunked it if it was okay. 100%.
Well, that's true, yeah. Point well taken.
There's Jake Dye inside.
And here comes
Using that
Mr.
glass, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Rim to
Mr.
protect it.
Starling hanging in the air, gets the basket to go down. Better ball player than his father, by the way, so he says. We interviewed him once.
So 72-64 Griffith.
And this week, Roosevelt at Griffith.
I like the
Panthers.
Yeah.
The
The Panthers. Come on, Vel, let's go.
All right, how about some Hammond Chesterton from Tuesday night? Hammond's had an outstanding year. Chesterton has been outstanding as well. And the Purple Gang had a nice early lead in this one, but the Trojans came back.
You know, not many people know about Hammond, even though they're 15-4.
Right.
So this was a huge game.
Yeah, but a lot of people know about Austin Peterson. He's a great outside shooter, but he can also hurt you in the paint, and that's where Chesterton hurt Hammond all night.
I like the Purple Gang uniforms there. Nice little faded, like, off purple look.
Nice
Staying with us
stayed
there.
with it there. That's
Emmanuel Anderson for two.
Joe Arredondo, fashion editor.
Montel Bates for two.
Malik Miller will come right back for Hammond. Gets the pass, goes right to the basket. Now that's going up against a big team. That takes guts there by Malik, and we'll see him one more time.
Left hand on the offside.
Let's see which hand he uses on this one. The right hand. Not bad, Malik, not bad.
Jake Wadding has been outstanding for Chesterton.
He really is. He had a great game, 22 here to lead Chesterton.
Both of these teams have good balance.
Yeah.
Nice passes. Oh, look at that.
Nice
Excellent
interior.
passing.
Exactly. Yeah, both teams have great squads, but only one of these teams has size, and that would be Chesterton. And that helped him in this game tonight, or that night, I should say.
Nice scoop layup.
Nice scoop pass.
Mark Urban has made the transition from girls basketball to guys.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Joshua Matthews at the basket. Hey, can we get a replay here? Joshua Matthews, one more time. Nope. Offensive rebound, score it. And again, the size making a big statement in this ball game.
This is my first look at Joshua Matthews.
Well, here, have another one.
I will.
Here comes
Thank
another
you very
one.
much.
No problem.
I'm trying to size up his game. Oh, nice spin move.
There it is.
Does help to get good passes in the paint, but
Yeah.
he's got talent.
Well, he made the most of it with a drop step. And 67-60 for Chesterton.
6 in a row.
And our staff is telling us that it did say Minnesota transitions on their schedule.
Is that an AAU game or what?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But hey, I don't question our staff. They, you know.
I love that staff's good people.
All right,
No doubt from
handing it forward.
Minnesota.
All right, earlier this week, T-Dub had a chance to go out and check in with our latest state champion in Northwest Indiana, a Munster swimmer who won a state title for the school for the first time in a long time.
Okay, first off, let's talk about Kay and her successes this year, especially after she had the flu last season, and I guess that stopped her from doing better than she did in the state championship. This time around, a lot better.
Yeah, Kay's had a great season from the beginning to the end. We kind of anticipated as a junior that she could really do some special things this year. She stayed healthy. Her sophomore year, she did battle the flu. Kind of at the end of the year, right around state. This year, everything went really well. Very focused and determined young lady, and it just kind of unfolded very nicely for her. Obviously, this past weekend in Indianapolis, but it's a testament to her hard work and her preparation on a day-to-day basis is at the highest of levels. In an event like the 500, if you do it long enough and you're training hard through the years, through the seasons, good things can come to you. So we're very proud of what she was able to accomplish.
You mentioned the two words hard work. Every newspaper article I've read about her since the state championship says that this girl really busted her hump to really get to this position.
Yeah, she really is what you would want, anybody on your team, probably on any team, whether it be a swim team or any other type of sport. She's prepared to practice every day, both physically and mentally. Which I think you throw that mental part into it, it's a huge thing. Not all kids are willing to do that, day in and day out. Some kids may give you their best effort 5 out of the 7 days of the week or whatever. She's every day. So very coachable, applies herself and does everything the right way. So we're very excited, to have her, another season as well.
Okay, I'm going to call you Kay, but I think the better name for you would be the great come-from-behind artist. I mean, in your first run, your preliminary run, you started slow, won it. In the finals, you trailed early, came back and won it. Talk to me about your focus during those periods.
I knew it's a long race, so I have to swim my own thing. Other people will go out faster than me, but just keep my cool and do my own thing and know that halfway through, that's when I need to start pulling ahead. And if I'm behind, then that's okay. I just gotta pick it up.
Now, take me to the championship round, the finals. You were trailing, I want to say, halfway through. What's going through your mind at that time?
Well, I was the finals, I knew I had to come in, and the 200 I had before that, I think I was a little more tense and a little nervous. So I got the nerves out, and I knew I just needed to relax and do my own thing. Didn't matter who was ahead of me, who was behind me. I knew that I could do it. So halfway through, she flipped, and she was ahead of me just by a little bit. So I pushed off, and then I was right with her for probably another 100, and then picked it up and brought it home.
Has it sunk into you that you're the first woman to finish with a state championship at Munster in over 2 decades?
I don't think it has. Sometimes I feel like it like hits me. I mean, it was awesome, but like I'm ready to like get back in training and like bigger things now.
That was a great feature.
That
on
was a
Kay.
great interview.
But did either Coach or Kay ever ask you if you were handing them your glasses for any?
Could you even see, Coach?
Wayne, let me explain it to you. No, thing is, I went in there thinking I had my shades on, and I had my regular glasses,
And then they were in your hand.
and they were in my hand, and I'm pointing at everybody, and they're like, "Is he okay?" But let's talk about the young lady because
Okay.
not I'm just trying to bail out of this one. But let's talk about the young lady
Yeah.
quickly because not only is she a great swimmer, she has an A average.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked about the wrestlers. I guess that's mandatory at Munster, like you mentioned earlier. You got to have A's and B's or they run you out of
and
town.
swimmers got to be disciplined. They,
Yes,
that's
Yeah.
right.
They don't have much of a social life. They're up at 4 in the morning, whatever, to practice in the morning, practice
Yeah.
after school, go home, eat, study every day.
And they say and they say
tomorrow the
she
same
is a
thing.
hard worker. Now they all have to do that, and she's a hard worker.
Yeah.
That tells you something.
Yeah, definitely. All right, time for another. We had time to hassle Tommy, but now it's time for another edition of Throwback Thursday. Well, let's go back to December 2005. Some girls basketball, Maryville and Munster. One of the surprise teams in the area were the Maryville Lady Pirates until they ran into the red and white buzzsaw of the Lady Mustangs. Well, they scored right there. Some memorable names, Libby Thompson, who had a great night for Maryville, and Chelsea Moore for Munster, who had an outstanding job moving the ball and also getting the ball inside for some inside-out opportunities. The final score, Munster wins 53-51. And that video still looks outstanding from way back in 2005. You must not have shot that.
I must not show.
All right, we're going to take a timeout, come back. We'll have our polls and picks coming up next on the Prep Sports Report.
Sometimes I think that I'm a dreamer, the one that's standing all alone. The time is now, not when I'm reaching for your hand. Will you go where I
The game is on.
That's show business. Live life like I never have.
To find out more about prep basketball and other winter sports, find us on Facebook.
Watch full episodes and share your fan experience with Prep Sports Report.
All right, we're back on the Prep Sports Report, ready for our polls. We'll check out the Little Five first, shall we? Covenant Christian 17-1, Morgan, Washington. Going to be a heck of a sectional in 1A.
It is, and you know, Covenant Christian, LaVille is 20-0. That's amazing.
All right, there's your Little Five. The top 10 coming up. The boys poll, will it change? It might change a little. It might have a matchup of 1 versus 2 this weekend. Here's the boys' top 10. Wayne, I just want to point out 21st Century Charter with a beatdown on a good Tri-County team the other night.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I think they're now 17-5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But
DeAndre
that was a
Coachman.
big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Griffith, there they are, 12-8. Another nice victory over Bowman there. And, we had talked about this off camera. If Griffith had struggled in the beginning of the year,
I think
they would really be.
They lost 6 of their first 7.
Yeah.
Is that their first time on the poll? In the poll?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay, there you go.
And then, you've got Munster coming back a little bit. I like the way Hammond has played.
Me too.
15-4.
Very good.
Yeah, not the biggest team, but
Right.
number 4.
Big win for Griffith over Bowman, jumps them into the poll. Valpo at 15-4, and the Porter County Civil War coming up this weekend.
Oh, gosh.
Chesterton and Valpo.
At Chesterton.
Not a lot of love there.
No,
It'll be a
no.
huge crowd.
Huge crowd. Get there early.
Yeah, huge crowd for that one. 18-2 for Chesterton, and Valpo coming in with 4 losses. Duneland ramifications there. I believe that isn't Valpo undefeated in the DAC? I think they still are.
I think so.
But Chesterton, of course, had that loss to
Right.
Maryville.
Right.
All right, let's check out some players of the week, shall we? Jake Wadding.
Well, boy, has he played well. But Chesterton's so balanced.
They are.
It was Wadding's, game against Hammond. And this Trevor Brayton, I really like him. Boy, 28 against Couts.
Yeah.
And then Chris Beasold had 21 for Covenant Christian.
Trevor Coach's son, right?
Yep.
All right. Elsewhere, our unknown players of the week who are now famous. You like Colt Wireman on TV.
Well, so does Tommy.
Sounds like a cowboy. Cole Wyman. He really has the
and he's
pistol
a
fired.
Mustang.
There you go. There you go.
And he's a freshman.
Really?
29
That big?
points.
Yeah.
Martin had 25 for Portage, and Corey Gillespie had 23, and I think he's a freshman also.
They're having a solid year, Calumet.
Yes, they are.
Have been in some very competitive games against some difficult opponents.
And you notice that every time we have a kid that's unknown, they come back bigger the next week?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
It's a shot of confidence.
Exactly.
All right. Do we have any notes to talk about, or are we going right into Wayne's World? I think we're headed to Wayne's World. The check mark was 2-0 again last week.
Yes.
8-2 overall.
8-2.
80%.
Gosh.
On the
I'm going to have
season.
to stop giving you some of those games.
Michigan City Marquette was the big winner for me last week.
Yeah.
So, and Griffith over Highland, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right, you like cheese at home.
I like Chesterton, but this is going to be a close one. This is going to be a barn burner. Like I said, get out there early. Maybe it'll be Kuhlman against Urban at halftime shooting around.
Valpo. See, the Valpo people call Chesterton cheese. I don't know what the Chesterton people call the Valpo people. So.
I didn't know they called him cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
This second one, Munster and Andrean. Andrean 12-6 on the season. Munster playing well, 13-6. This is going to be a barn burner also.
That will be, but you went with the safe pick, the Munster Mustangs.
It's at home. It's at home. East Chicago at home against Bishop. No love lost there. I don't care what the records are. There's no love.
No. All right, elsewhere?
I like Hammond over Andrean. That's the next night, and I like Lake Central over Marquette Catholic, and I also like. Look at this one, Lake Station over Portage.
I'm
Portage
looking
had
at
a
that
big win recently
Yes,
against
they did.
Lake Central.
And you picked against them.
I did.
All right, let's see if the check mark is, that's what I figured. Marquette, I'm sticking with them. Colin Kenny, they're healthy, they're back. Huge win and very impressive over Knoll. And LC did just not like the performance against Portage.
Yeah, I agree. And in that second one, you have another check mark, don't you?
I think we do. Let's go back to your pick. You had Lake Station over Portage.
That's right. Remember, Dante Long, He can shoot the basketball.
He can
Tommy,
play.
you tell him I picked him.
He
Is
did.
Tommy
He should've.
helping you with your picks because you like Nation?
If he's not doing well, I probably am.
Well, I like Portage. They had a huge win. They won down at KV. They had a huge win over Lake Central. They're playing with some more confidence. And I like Portage over Lake State.
Can I check your check mark?
Yeah.
Because you have Dante Long, you got Dominique Smith on the Lake Station basketball team.
It's
Good
at home.
quickness. It's at home, exactly. Athleticism,
That's okay,
quickness.
that's okay.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Got you.
How's their PA guy?
That could be the difference. That could be the difference. If he doesn't use his glasses, it's okay.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay, don't forget to join us on our Facebook page, Lakeshore Prep Sports. We'll pick all the games on the Facebook page for the weekend for boys basketball. So make sure you get on there, and we'll join us again next Thursday night for another edition of the Prep Sports Report. I wanted to pick Valpo, but
Well, you
gotta
still
go
can.
with
We're on the
Chesterton.
air.
Chesterton at home. I don't know. They're going to be tough to beat.
They are going to be tough, but I think this is one of the most balanced matchups the whole season.
Yeah.
Got two teams. Newman is outstanding, and so is Ertz, but Chesterton also has a great team.
Valpo's been a little fortunate. Everybody out there knows what we mean. But all right, we'll see you next Thursday night on the Prep Sports
It's like a
Report.
Maryville game again.
Program support comes from NIPSCO.
Honey, who is this guy?
Oh, that's Frank. Hey, Frank.
Honey, why is Frank in our bedroom?
He's showing us ways to save money. Plus, he'll even help us install LED bulbs and new shower heads.
Oh, well, he is leaving before I shower, though, right?
To schedule an energy assessment and learn more about energy usage, visit NIPSCO.com.
Frank, could you hand me a towel?